Welcome in, Scorpio. We have an end of the year forecast for you today. We'll be going over some things that you might have been dealing with in the beginning of the year, some things that will be following you throughout the year, and some changes that you will be experiencing pretty much right now, depending on when you see this video. Also, some things to look out for the end of the year, and some obstacles you might face, and some direction and guidance to help you out to see things that you might not be aware of or that you might not be able to see. It does look like you have a lot going on here, so let's hop right into it. But before we do that, I would like to say welcome in for all my new viewers. My name is Destiny, and you are watching Perfect Love and Perfect Trust. So I'm an intuitive reader. I have many different things that I give tutoring and lessons and advice on for free here on this channel, as well as other social media platforms. So go on over to my description of the channel and you can see the links to those other social medias there, and you can follow. If you need some guidance on something that you don't see on my channel, or maybe a personalized reading or your birth chart or something specific, then you can book a session with me and we can go over some stuff then. So if you would like to reach out to me directly, you can reach out to me via social media, on Facebook Messenger, on the groups that we created. The links to that are in the description of the channel, and my email as well. All right, so for those of you who are returning, I would like to say thank you for all your donations, for all your likes and subscriptions, and your sharing of my videos and your comments. I appreciate you, and nothing goes unnoticed. Not one like goes unnoticed, and I would like to say a big thank you to all of you. Now, let's go ahead and dive right in. Scorpio, we have a water element here. Scorpio, so those of you who are into the Vedic astrology, who follow the Vedic astrology, sidereal astrology, this sign is going to follow under the month of February 15th through the month of October 23rd. Now, no. Vedic astrology, November 15th, December 14th. Okay, and for the Western astrology, we are going to have the dates of October 23rd through November 21st. So depending on what astrology you follow, if you don't know anything about Vedic or sidereal, most people here in the United States do not, I suggest checking that out, because that is something that's really interesting to see how different people change things. Now, all right, let's go over health, self. This is going to be dealing with your mental health a lot this year, a lot of in the beginning of the year. I've seen that. Now, then we'll go over finance and career, and then we'll go over families, relationships, love, and co-workers, anything of these such, friends, neighborhoods, things like that. And then we'll go into the Mars retrograde at the end of the year. That'll be the last thing that we'll touch on. All right, so number one, health and self and mental health. So there's been a hermit mode I've noticed here with the Scorpios this year, that you've went into like a hermit mode where you have isolated yourself from people, and maybe even put up a front to be like, oh no, I'm good, I'm doing really good, when really you might be doing good financially or something, but like mentally you've been going through a lot, it seems, though, with different kind of people in your family and relationships, and different kind of relationships. You've been going through so much that you put yourself into a hermit mode to try to like understand or isolate yourself, or some kind of protection mode that you put yourself in. You might have been trying new workout routines, new exercise routines, new hobbies, new dieting things, new, maybe even a therapist or seeking counseling there's been a lot of like self-help that you've been trying to focus on yourself to better yourself. And I am seeing a lot of like cutting off toxic energies from your space, toxic relationships or people in any capacity. There's been changes in the beginning of the year following into the middle of the year, which is going to follow you all the way into next year with some of you, changes with your sexuality. You might realize that you are not straight, or you're maybe bisexual, or maybe you're not bisexual, or maybe you are straight, and there's just been changes that you've been dealing with, or maybe even like having a hard time feeling those urges. Even there might have been times that you were not really able to perform, or that you even wanted to participate in anything of that nature. There might have been like past traumas or things like that might have had something to do with it. For each and every one of us, it's going to be something different. It could just be how we're feeling, might have nothing to do with anything that's happened to us or with our relationships. I am seeing overcoming obstacles such as this with a lot of hard work and effort. That's, I think, something that you're even trying to do, because it seems like you are trying to seek therapy and new exercise routines and dieting and things like that. So you're going to put the effort forth and you're going to be able to work through that. So no big deal there. Then I was seeing a lot of like acceptance and moving, like you're accepting who you are as a person, and you're kind of like, okay, you're accepting situations for what they are and people for who they are, and you're just kind of like, okay, this is who you are. I can't expect anything more from you, and I've got to move on with my life and situations. You know what I mean? Or this is something I want in my life. I have to accept this. This is all this person's willing to give. I have to accept that, or I have to cut the losses, and then I have to accept that. So it's a lot of like acceptance of reality this year. And then I'm seeing a lot of like self-love and self-worth, self-appreciation. So you're realizing, like, man, I didn't really need that person in my life. Or man, I actually am doing better without this person. Or, this person was actually lying to me. Or, or that you're realizing that you are not what other people, just not their perception. You are you're not the perception of other people. You're kind of understanding a lot about yourself and learning how great you are and loving yourself a lot more, I'm seeing this year. And then I also see a lot of moving, home changing. This might be due to your career. You might be moving a lot because of your career. You might be moving a lot because you just want to. You might be moving a lot because your living situations are being uprooted and you don't really have a choice. It could be relationship, it could be anything, but I am seeing a lot of moving, a lot of home changing situations this year. And this does seem to follow you throughout the rest of the year into 2025. For some of you, I'm seeing that you're finally going to be becoming like self-stable, or stable in whatever capacity that is for you at the end of this year. And then it's going to follow you into next year. You're going to have some kind of like stability. But all these moves that you're making right now, you have to remember they're moving you up in the ladder, they're moving you up. So it's a good thing. All right, now we're going to go into finance and career. Number 2. So there's a lot of influences in your life from other people concerning money. You could be receiving an inheritance. Your spouse could be getting a really good tax return. Your jobs might not be taking off, and you might actually have to be relying on other people at this time, or vice versa. You could be helping other people with money. You could be the one where your career is taking off and your spouse is not. It just depends. And then we have you know, where it also depends with the spouse. It could not be a spouse. You could be single, and this could pertain to your family member that's living with you that you're taking care of, or vice versa. They're taking care of you, you're living with them. This could pertain to a business dealing where you have put in some money into a deal and the other party didn't have the money to put into it, so you helped them out, or vice versa. You didn't have the money, so they helped you out. So I'm seeing other people's money coming into play into your life here. So I don't believe that this would be you, but it very well could be. I see a lot of ending and beginning of careers. So you could be closing out a chapter of a career and starting a new one. You could be completely quitting a job and then starting a new one. You could be getting a promotion or a demotion. There's a lot of changes when it comes to your career right now. And whenever I move that in with moving a lot, you very well could be just switching jobs altogether a few times, if not at least one time this year. There's a lot of financial opportunities that you're going to be receiving that are going to be just off the wall. So that's going to follow you all throughout the year into next year. You're going to be receiving opportunities to make money in places you never thought you could have before, type thing, such as Uber or just, I don't know, you know, just some random stuff. I'm using these as examples, you know. So like you could be playing a solitaire game and win $5. I don't know. It's just, or maybe even the lottery, things like that. So that might be a good thing for you to try to do, is like, I don't know, every week, every month, buy a lottery ticket or something like that. Because your chances of winning something like that are very high right now. And this is going to follow you through into the beginning of 2025. Where your finances are actually supposed to be very, very good. At that point, we're going to do a 2025 horoscope, probably January, somewhere between January, beginning and end, I'll have all the horoscopes out for the year. I didn't know I was going to start a YouTube channel, or I would have had them out at the beginning of this year, but this is going to be, you know, like a recap and then going over what to expect and what to expect going into 2025. Like I said, I do a lot of other stuff, so head on over, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, and thank you for all your support. Thank you for being part of our channel here. And I consider it our channel because I wouldn't be here without my beautiful, wonderful subscribers who make this channel what it is, along with myself. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. So, sorry. Anyway, okay. So, I mean, I am seeing a lot of good changes here. It seems like you had to deal with a lot just to get there. I wrote down a whole bunch of notes because I had to, you know, it's astrology. It's where the stars are aligned. Like, I have some cards that I pulled for the reading. I'll get into that in a minute. The cards will just be for your overall experiences throughout 2024 and some advice. So I'll show you those in a minute whenever we're almost done with this. We're only halfway. I was trying to cram all this information into these videos very quickly, but it does seem like some videos are quicker and some videos are like 20 minutes. I'm trying to be quick. But I have so much to say for some of you. Okay, so unexpected financial opportunities, changing in jobs, inheritance, debt, taxes, promotion, demotion, resources from others. So this could even be like a car or just appliances, like money, anything, you know, that other people are just helping you out a lot right now is what I'm seeing. But this is something that doesn't really make you feel very good, because as a Scorpio, I can only imagine you're like, no, I want to be independent. I want to be taking care of my family and my friends. I don't want them taking care of me, you know? All right. So anyway, family, friends, groups, relationships, coworkers, and love. So there's a lot of endings and a lot of beginnings to relationships this year. You could be completely cutting a lot of people out of your life. You could be meeting new people and having really good relationships with these people. And then you also could be closing out chapters of your life with certain people. So that could mean that there's a toxic relationship that you guys are getting counseling and it's going to end and, you know, become better, or maybe even a bad situation could become worse. Like, it's different chapters of your relationships with the people that are currently in your life, and then some, like I said, could completely close out altogether. So you have to take measures to protect yourself from your enemies right now, and issues regarding relationships, life with your children and your family and your parents and stuff, because I see a lot of manipulation going on here. I see a lot of relationships, a lot of unions happening here at the end of the year. I'm getting maybe some Leo energy here. Sometimes I say things like it just comes to me, that intuitive. I'm seeing some air signs, earth signs. I'm seeing some Leo energy. I know that's fire. So there might be a lot of unions you've had with people, a lot of new meetings with people this year that you've just met or became closer with. And then I'm also seeing issues with people arising, people that you didn't think would be your enemy becoming your enemy. I am seeing that you need to be on guard and protect yourself, because there could be thieves and robberies. There could be people who want to steal from you. And by the end of this year, by the time I'm even recording this and you're watching this, you probably already are aware of who these people are, if this resonates with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of these people, it could shock you who they are, is what I'm getting. It could be a love interest you didn't think was going to treat you this way, or do these things, or steal, or lie, or cheat behind your back. And some of these, they could be a friend you thought was a real friend, but then, or a family member even, is what I'm getting. Family, air sign, I'm getting air energy. Okay, I don't know why that came to me so quickly like that. It'll resonate with one of you or some of you, so take what resonates, leave the rest, because there are other people who will appreciate it and will need to hear this advice, because these readings, every single Scorpio, and every single Vedic astrology, like, you're not all going to be going through the exact same thing. You will be going through same circumstances. It will be with different relationships with different people. Some people will be going through narcissism and manipulation with their mother or father, when the same person from a same birthday, from 2 minutes difference, is dealing with the same manipulation and narcissism from their spouse or their child. It could be the same but completely different. So some will resonate, some will not. There's going to be illusions and idealism, realizations. You're going to need to learn the difference between idealism and realism, illusion and reality. There's going to be confusion when it comes to, like, your obligations or other people's obligations to you or yours to them. There's going to be opportunities for very deeply transformative relationships. So if you work hard and you put a lot of effort into it, I am seeing some of these issues resolving. Somebody, this is just coming to me right now, somebody who's done you wrong, or was the middleman in doing you wrong, maybe believed something about you from someone else. They are now feeling bad for lying or manipulating or deceiving you, because they are seeing how this person was wrong, and that they're seeing how they were wrong. Okay, sorry, that was something somebody needed to hear, apparently. All right. Relationships with your parents, children, home, power play. Okay, so there might be some kind of manipulation with family here. I'm seeing people talking when you're not there, making plans for your life without you around. There might be some kind of conservatorship or something for somebody here, and you are being urged to take your power back and control your life and not let other people do so. And be cautious of who you talk to, who you tell things to, even your lover. That might be for some of you. Okay, end of year's Mars retrograde. Let's get into the last part of the video. All right, so there's going to be tension with relationships and family, any kind of relationship here. You're going to need to exercise caution and restraint and compassion and understanding for yourself and other people. If there's a situation that arises that you feel like you want to say something or something has to be addressed, remember that things could turn into a big deal whenever you were not expecting them to. Or something small could turn into something very large very quickly. And you need to understand that sometimes situations are just better cutting your losses and moving on and not even participating in any kind of argument at all. Now, I'm seeing career conflict, but you're going to have steady work. So you might have someone at work that's also going to be, I'm getting the sense of disassociating work and friends for this time period. Or even if you have friends, don't be rude to them and just cut them off, but just kind of like stay focused on your job. Stay focused on your work right now. You need to avoid anything that can cause a problem in your career and your belief. You're going to be conflicted about yourself and others, and you're going to need to really be open to, I don't know what that was. You're going to really need to be open to new experiences and new beliefs and what other people might be believing and their thought processes on stuff. So kind of open your heart, open your mind, and use this as like a learning time period here to see how other people work when they're under pressure and how to control yourself when you're under pressure. And as a Scorpio, I know you can do it. All right. So when I was doing my cards, I was asking the spirits and the guides to help me pick some cards here. So then I had the Two of Cups and the Five of Swords here pop out. So this is some trickery, some lies and deceit, some manipulation, narcissism, people getting things over on other people. I am seeing an air sign. I'm seeing a fire sign, maybe Leo, maybe not, maybe an earth sign. I really thinking fire here, fire and earth. Maybe a third party with air. I don't know. Take what resonates. Make it fit how it fits for you. Now with the Two of Cups, what I'm seeing here is you've had a hard time in love. Like your heart has been through it, and this could be unions. It could not just be love. It could be family even. Like there's been a lot of hard situations with relationships and in general with you. And then at the bottom of the deck, we had the Lovers. So yeah, for some of you, if not all of you, it has been at least one of those relationships that have been very hard for you lately has been love, has been romantic. And the advice here is what I'm getting is like Spirit is watching. Spirit is watching everything you and that they do in any relationship capacity, whatever that may be. Like relationships, romantic or friendship or family. Spirit is watching, and you just keep being yourself, keep being a good person, and do what you need to do because your kingdom is coming, and you are going to be the one that is going to be bestowed with these gifts and these honors from the universe and from Spirit. These other people that have been doing you wrong will get their karma, and it is not your place to give it to them. But if you're lucky, you might get to see it happen. So that is all we have for you today, my beautiful Scorpio. I love you. I hope you are doing well today, and stick around for more readings and lessons.